Good morning, y'all. Today I'm joined by singer-songwriter Erin Kinsey. Welcome to y'all 106.7.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, thank you for being here.
Of course.
We're having some nice fall weather, you know.
Oh, I know. I got my flannel wrapped around my waist. It's like you had the same. I know. I was like, that's slightly embarrassing and also very adorable.
Well, we're so cute. We are matching. I love it.
Well, I woke up yesterday and it was slightly fallish. And I was like, yep, breaking out the flannel.
Yeah, pumpkin spice lattes, all the things.
Oh, yeah. I went and bought like a new thing of pumpkin spice from Kroger. And I was like, I'm going to figure out everything I can put this in.
I love it.
And it turns out most things.
Yeah.
You can just throw it on there.
I love it. Well, it's an exciting time of year, and you have a show in Nashville this weekend at the Nashville Palace for Nashville Dance Fest. You're playing Saturday, September 7th, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, are you excited to get your dance on or what?
I am no dancer.
No.
I tried. I tried when I was younger. Was in I don't know, some kind of club and had the outfits and the makeup, and that's where I learned that was not my gift. But it is so much fun. I'm really excited to be able to be the performer on stage because I'm going to get the perfect view of everybody else dancing, and then also getting to do what I'm actually good at. So it's going to be the best of both worlds. But from what I understand is that there's lessons and classes and stuff all day. And then at night during the show is the time to come and show everything you've learned, like the show and tell. So I'm really excited to get to see all the people who have learned new things and trying new things or have been good at this for a really long time. It's going to be
learn
really
a thing
fun.
or two.
I know. Well, I'm going to try.
Yeah.
I mean, if I can't learn it there, then man, there really is no hope.
Do you know which song of yours that they're going to dance to, or do you know,
I heard a rumor that they're going to be teaching a line dance to a song of mine called I Ain't Crazy, which is definitely one that, I don't know, I do my version of kind of dancing, when I'm singing it. But I'm really excited to, see them actually learn steps. And I don't know, maybe they learn it, maybe they don't, but I heard there's a rumor they might, and I'm praying that they do.
Oh, well, that's going to be so much fun. We're going to be there, so we can't wait to see you. So we're so excited.
I'm so pumped.
But your song, I Ain't Crazy, that you mentioned, I love that song. And
Thank
what is
you.
the lyric? I wrote it down. Something in a Broadway bathroom sink. I love that.
Yeah. It was a song I wrote when I was wondering if a guy I was dating at the time and one of my friends were hanging out. And I was out of town a lot, so there was opportunities. And I walked into this right with Casey Brown and Travis Wood, and I told them, I was like, I have this feeling, and he told me I was wrong, that wasn't going on, but I think what would be worse is for my intuition to be out of whack. I'm not right, and I'm actually making all this up. I think that would be worse than them just going ahead and hanging out. So we wrote the song from that perspective. I later learned they got married. So they were hanging out, and I was right. So it's the best of all the worlds. I get a song. I was right.
Yes.
They're in love. It's great.
Your intuition is always right.
That's what I've learned.
Women know everything, okay?
We already know.
Yes.
We don't even want to know. We don't want to be
No.
right. It's just the way it is.
We know things that you don't think that we know.
We know things we don't think we know.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, your other song that you just released, you've released a lot of songs in 2024.
Yes.
Wild. I don't know which one came out first, I Ain't Crazy or Wild, but they're both so kind of edgy, empowering. It kind of reminds me of an early Miranda, early Carrie.
For sure. Well, and I grew up on strong women in country music. I grew up listening to that in the car with my dad, listening to the radio, along with Keith Urban and Brad Paisley. So also when music was very lighthearted, funny songs were coming out. So when I started writing songs for this new kind of vision of mine, I Ain't Crazy is one I wrote over 2 years ago now. So I didn't know that my music was really going to turn into this direction. But I'd kind of refound that song in my catalog and started thinking about it, and grew up a little bit, became a little bit sassier, a little bit came into my own, and I was like, I think I want to do that. I think I want to be a little bit bolder and use bigger guitars and more rockin' things and be a little edgier, and while also having so much fun and being lighthearted about a lot of it too. So it's been an interesting balance to try to find, but I've never had more fun, and as long as you're having fun.
Oh, and I'm sure that shows on stage too,
Oh, man. Yeah, and my sister started picking out all my outfits. Another, I learned I can't dance. I also learned fashion.
Not my gift. Forte.
Not my gift. But she loves it, and she's so good at it, and she's my younger sister. So she's been picking out all my outfits, and I've just tried to embrace making my version of being an artist here in Nashville, and that has been going back to my roots. That has been, having my sister involved, and just honestly seeing whatever happens and taking it as it comes.
And that's just so special too that you get to share that together.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure.
And you're a Texas girl. You mentioned back to your roots. So you're a country girl. When did you move to Music City?
So I moved in 2018. I was 17 years old. I graduated high school a year early and moved the next day. And I had been coming to town a little bit before that, writing with anyone who would write with me and playing anywhere I could get in while being under 18. And just moved and hoped for the best and just tried to dive into it as much as I could. And I'm glad that, Music City welcomed me in.
Well, yeah, it sounds like you knew what you wanted to do from a very young age.
There was nothing else I was good at, to be honest. But also, I did love it. I picked up a guitar when I was 13. I got one for Christmas, like the most basic story ever. But I would be obsessed with it. I would always be thinking about new songs I could learn. And once I learned that I could play and sing at the same time, it was over. I was like, this is all I want to do. And I remember I was still like on my high school tennis team and stuff. Yeah. And I'd be out there on the court, like singing to myself, like
mentally checked
like,
out.
Not there. Yeah, I was not there. I was somewhere else, even though my feet were on the court. So it was the only thing I had ever experienced being obsessed with. Like I couldn't get enough of it. So I'm glad that I'm still able to do it.
Absolutely. And I want to talk about your songwriting, girl. You've got some pretty big cuts. Tell me about that.
I've been really blessed to be able to like be a part of some really crazy things. A few years ago, I wrote a song that Dolly Parton sang on, and also Monica, who's an R&B artist, and Sarah Evans and Rita Wilson, who's a breast cancer survivor, is a song for breast cancer awareness. And it was my first time stepping on the Opry stage, was getting to sing that song, and it wasn't my debut, but it was me being a part of that moment. And I think psychologically looking back, it has done so much good for my heart and my head for like some of my first big moments to be for something that was so much bigger than me, and me talking about my little drama and my, ex that married this girl or whatever, and wearing my little sassy outfits. It was just so important. And it was such a reminder and like a stake in the ground of like, this is what it's really about, is being there for people. And the song came out during COVID times. The reason that all of those artists could be on it is because they all recorded it from their houses. They sent in the vocals, and it was crazy. There ended up being like perfect harmonies, even though they didn't know what each other were singing. It was such a God thing. And to watch that happen before I ever started releasing music of my own, I'll forever be so grateful for that.
Wow. I mean, what a moment. And how long after you moved to town did that take place?
Honestly, I would need to like pull out a calendar. It's
like
all becoming a blur.
Did it all kind of happen at once too? The Opry, Dolly.
So I moved in 2018, and that song came out, I think, in 2021. Maybe it was right around COVID. Mm-hmm. So I think that would mean that time. It might have been 2020, late 2020. But it was before I really felt like I was having a strong artist presence. I wasn't posting about a lot of my music yet. I wasn't like even posting a ton of covers yet. I had like no idea what I was doing. I was just trying to be a part of anything I could. So the fact that I kind of fell into getting to be in that writer room on that day and sharing, my part of the story with a lady that I worked with at the time. She was going through a battle with breast cancer, and I brought in her story to that room, and the way that it all just shook out with Victoria Shaw and Jody Marr, who are two iconic women in songwriting community here. It was crazy.
Wow. And I bet it comes around every year. We're approaching October for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So that's just really special.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. And everybody's been touched by it in some way. So to be able to have something like that I can talk about every year, that is so special to me and has helped so many people. It was such a great thing and such a great blessing to like be a part of that first, because it really laid the groundwork of like why you do any of this.
Absolutely. And I think that you just like hit it on the head too. It's so much bigger than that. Like the Opry, that is obviously a huge thing, a bucket list item, especially for an artist, but to be a part of it in that way, like it's just so much bigger than the music. So
absolutely. And you normally don't get to see that. Like even when you release a fun, song that's about, a sunny day or something, the things that song does, you'll never know. Like that somebody's just in a bad mood and that turned their day around, or little things. But with the song Pink, like it was just so obvious and so right in front of us to see what a song is able to do. So taking that into like the sassy songs and the fun songs and the, not as intimate or, delicate shows realizing that potential is still there to touch somebody like that and to be there for them like that through a song. It's incredible.
Well, you've already done so much. So when you look at your career, like at the next 5 years, what are some goals?
So I'm trying to release a ton more music. I haven't announced it, but I do have more music coming out before the end of this year, and I'm really, really excited for that.
So we just got an exclusive.
Yes, an exclusive just for y'all.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm really just trying to have fun with it and be myself. And one, because that helps me sleep a little bit better at night, and two, I feel like that's what's working. Like, I feel like that's what my audience wants. And man, I have a really strong, like, girls my age that follow me presence. And they're all like my sister. And they all can call my, BS quicker than absolutely anything. Like, they know it. They know if I'm singing something that I don't fully believe. They know if I'm wearing something I don't feel cute in. And so I'm almost left with no choice to just, like, follow my heart. And it's not like I really feel like I got to choose it, but I'm loving it, and it's so fun, and it's so much easier to just like follow my gut instead of trying to like figure out what I feel like is the right thing to do. So I'm trying to stay in that. I'm also getting to go to Europe in December with Restless Road. They, for some reason, feel like I need to go over the pond with them. So I am.
And they're so fun, too.
Oh, and they are.
Yeah.
I know. I'm excited to go with them because I'm like, I know we're going to have a million like excursions. They're going to make the absolute most of it. And so me and my team can just say like, okay, like buy 4 more tickets for whatever you're doing.
That is going to be so much fun.
It will be. I'm so excited. And I've gotten to tour with them a couple times this year already. In January, they had their headlining tour, and then they extended it to a college tour in April, and they took us out for that. So to be able to close it out and like literally take it worldwide is really, really special. And it'll definitely be like one of the biggest parts of this year that I'll remember forever.
Well, congratulations.
Thank
is
you
so
so
exciting.
much.
And we're such a fan of you. So I can't wait to hear this new music when it does come out.
I
just
like
can't.
it.
Yeah, I can't.
Well,
Send it. We want even more of an exclusive. I have to
listen.
listen. Yeah. Is the best way to keep up with you on Instagram for your fans? I know you have a website, erinkinsey.com.
Oh, yeah. Instagram, TikTok, the Facebook I even try to stay active on. But yeah, Instagram, I post way too much. You'll know way too much too soon.
Good. That's what we need. 2024. We have to be a part of every step of your day.
It is the way
we want to know
is.
what you ate for breakfast.
And I'll let you know.
Yeah.
All you got to do is ask.
Yeah, we want to know all of it. Erin Kinsey, everybody.